Well, this week, education advocates arrived in Austin for the second part of the school finance lawsuit. One part of that lawsuit revolves around the state's STAAR exams. Meanwhile, like we told you here last night, the results are in from the December exams. And while the state says the numbers look positive, KXAN's Dawn Denny has learned many students continue to fail a major part of the test.
I think it's a tough situation for a lot of parents.
Sylvan Learning Centers are getting more calls to line up tutoring since the STAAR testing began. Texas students are expected to pass 5 tests to be able to graduate.
Well, they've talked with their school, with the teachers, and they're just really concerned about, what's being expected with the new test.
The most recent results released by the Texas Education Agency on Wednesday say 235,000 students have passed enough of those tests to graduate. However, the results for one test, English Writing 1, continue to get worse. We checked into the English Writing 1 results since the STAAR testing began, and these are actually the worst results yet. From summer 2012 until now, results have gone from 76% of all students failing English Writing 1 to 85% now failing that particular exam. But if the students fail the test, they can take it again and again. There is no limit to how many times students can take these tests. According to TEA, they can just keep taking them until they pass.
That's the thing that we oftentimes have the hardest time with is getting a child to try and to persevere when they fail the test the first time.
Students who failed this time get their next shot at the test this spring. Dawn Denny, KXAN News.
More than 75,000 students still have to pass the required tests to graduate by 2015. Digging deeper, testing programs in Texas have had a long and complicated history. Back in 1980, the state first required students in 3rd, 5th, and 9th grades to take the Texas Assessment of Basic Skills, or TABS test. In the 2 decades that followed, the state implemented 3 different exams, each with their own long abbreviations and qualifications. In 2009, lawmakers created the most recent exam, the STAAR test. But after complaints about too many tests last summer, lawmakers reduced the number of exams from 15 down to 5. And those testing changes will be a major part of the school finance trial underway right now in Austin.
600 school districts are now suing the state. Today, an education analyst testified that funds for public schools are still inadequate and insufficient despite rising graduation rates. The legislature cut $5.4 billion from education in 2011, but restored $3.4 billion last summer. Judge John Dietz will take that and the changes to the STAAR testing requirements into account when he rules sometime in the coming weeks.